You're watching UNICEF Television. Compelling evidence that malnutrition begins in the womb. Flood victim Khursheed is in the final stages of labour in a tent, a birthing attendant at her feet.
I've been very weak. There's been no food. So where do I get the energy to push?
Saleem Babbar, who's been diagnosed as malnourished, was born on the day the floods came. His mother has been unable to breastfeed. She's brought him to a UNICEF-supported stabilization centre to try to save his life.
When my child gets sick, as a mother, I feel a pain in my chest. Sometimes he's up sick all night, sneezing, burning with fever, breathing loud and fast. It worries me that his breathing is fast and loud. I don't know why, and I don't know what to do.
Rehana is having her arm measured so that the extent of her condition can be assessed and hopefully rectified. The tape goes into the red zone, which shows that she's severely malnourished. Rehana is about the size of a normal newborn baby and weighs less than 4 kilos. But she's 6 months old. One of her siblings has already died.
My own health isn't good enough. Whatever I eat or drink, I throw up. Even if I take a drink of water, I throw up.
Malnutrition has always been present in Pakistan, but the true scale of the problem has only surfaced now because of the floods. A comprehensive survey in flood-affected areas suggests that 1 in 5 children is malnourished in Sindhi province in the south of the country.
We're seeing a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions right now. Millions of children are greatly at risk of malnutrition, babies are dying, and mothers-to-be are greatly at risk also of dying during childbirth.
I haven't seen levels of malnutrition this bad since the worst of the famine in Ethiopia, Darfur, and Chad. It's shocking, shockingly bad. And it's of course an underlying problem of extreme poverty and extremely low levels of education and extremely low levels of access to service. And the flood just pushed people over the edge. And it's truly as bad as I've seen in the worst emergencies in the world.
This little boy, Ayaz, has a chance of survival. He's in a special care unit and his grandmother is feeding him a high nutrition formula which should help him to gain weight. He looks like a newborn baby. In fact, he's 12 months old. Now that Rehana's condition has been identified, her chances of making it have improved. She'll be given the nutrient-packed formula called Plumpy Nut. Look at Rehana's feet and compare them to those of her 3-year-old sister, Shabana, whose health was also restored with Plumpy Nut.
She used to be like the baby, but she was given medication and now she's fine.
Although the waters have subsided, many flood-affected Pakistanis are still living in squalid tent camps. They've lost their possessions and means of earning a living. The international humanitarian community's disaster appeal only generated half of the $2 billion needed. There aren't enough supplies to go around and so many mouths to feed. Khursheed gave birth to a baby girl. She looked healthy, but what chance does she have in a land of poverty and hunger? This is Malcolm Brabant reporting for UNICEF Television. For more information, go to unicef.org. Unite for Children.